Hello, my name is Chinedu, a product manager here at Datangle, the no-code CI/CD platform built specifically for data teams. I'm going to show you how you use Datangle to orchestrate your data pipeline. So Datangle is built off of what we call the workflow. So let's call this sample pipeline, and the pipeline is based off of two main components. One is what we call the triggers, and the second one is called the action. So what do I want to do? I want to list in for every single time there's a push to a specific repository on a specific branch. Once that happens, I want to kickstart a series of action. The first action I want to do is I want to run an SQL file, a pipeline that exists, which the source code exists in the Git repository. The first one I want to run is a self-summary first, and I want to run it in the Databricks environment. I choose that environment. Once that is done, I want to run another one just immediately after that. And I want to do what? I want to transform that sales data. Once I'm done transforming the sales data, next thing I want to do is to load that sales data, right? So I'm done with this. I've confirmed this. What do I need to do? I've saved this just to be sure that it is ready for me to execute. I'm going to turn this from inactive to active. So that is done, and this is turned into active. How do I know? What you could see here is that the sample pipeline has been created on top, and the trigger event is based off of a push. And what am I doing here? It has not been executed for the first time. So how do you know that these changes will work? Yeah, well, let's take a look at Databricks first. So when you come to Databricks, on my demo schema, which is where my Datangle workspace, or which is under my Datangle workspace, what you find there is just one single table. So what do I want to do? What we want to do is, once we execute that particular data, or the workflow that we have on Datangle, what should come up here is at least one or two tables at that point. So how do I make that happen? So let's head over to VS Code. Let's just make a summary change. Let's just add a comment. Test to trigger workflow. Yeah, change the spelling there. Spelling here too. We'll save this. Call this a trial. Demo trigger workflow. We'll commit that. So we're going to sync this changes, which is what a push is. So we'll sync it, and then we'll go back to Datangle and see if that has kickstarted the workflow. So that it's done. Let's head over to Datangle. So what you could see here is, is running two separate pipeline, which is an interesting one because it wasn't planned for this demo. But hey, it's good to see how good we are. So what you've seen here is that two different pipelines that is based off of this has been kicked off. So the first one is already completed. So let's see if that change is affected on Databricks. So we'll head over to Databricks. Let's refresh this just to be sure. We refresh that, get into this workspace, get into this. Well, perfect. So you could see, I mean, this is obviously like a very linear workflow. One of the things that you can do, that's just one of the things that you can do with Datangle. You can do so much more complex things with Datangle. Please do check it out. We're still very early at this stage, and we'd love to learn some of your use cases and improve from what we've done so far. Thank you very much for your time.